When I was a kid, I'd see shadow people a lot, and it used to really freak me out. To this day, I can't really sleep during nighttime hours with any doors open to my room. Not the closet, not the main door. I just can't do it because that would be where I'd always see them. When I was a kid, we had attic bedrooms, and for reasons I'll not go into, the vent to my room was closed off, so I'd have to have my door open to be able to get any cool air or any heat depending on the time of the year. And so I would always see these shapes, and I used to try and play it off in my mind that, it's just done in my head and stuff, but when you're a kid, you're by yourself, it's kind of freaky. But a lot of times it'd be like these shadow hands, like, kind of doing this, like, around the corner of the door and then, like, scraping the wall. And then every now and then I'd see, like, a shape in the corner or something, Like, a lot of times kids will see every now and then, but my shapes would move from one corner to the other. And I didn't have very much in my room, and it wasn't a very big room. So it was just always really freaky. And I'd have situations where everyone's downstairs, and I'm in my room, and I have the door open and my back facing the door, and I'm trying to, like, read, listen to music or whatever, and it was winter, so I'm cold. And then all of a sudden I break out into this sweat, and I'm literally sweating, and I'm just overheating, and it felt like something was, like, directly behind me in the room across the hall, which was my brother's room. And I had to get up the bravery to, like, get up and turn around and turn the light in her hip and go downstairs, And I know these aren't, like, these major scary incidences, but shadow people have always freaked me out. And I've heard other people say, oh, well, they're just, spirits, they don't mean you any harm, but I don't feel like that's what they are. I don't know if I'm going to go into that in this video, but I just wanted to talk about it because, I don't know, I don't think it's talked about much. I know that there are other people who have dealt with this. There's movies. I think there's a Shadow People's movie that I remember seeing. I don't remember if that's the exact name of it, but it's actually pretty freaky and good. But it's supposedly based on a true story, but I don't know about that. But one incident I had nothing to do with shadow people, I don't think. But I actually had the door closed. And I happened to just wake up in the middle of the night. And it sounded like my brother got up and walked right up to my door. Like he was only like that far away from the door and was breathing on my door. Like I heard the footsteps walking. I heard the breathing on the door. And then this person promptly, and I say this person, my brother, went down the stairs. I heard every single distinct step, and it was one of those older houses that was kind of cheaply put together back in the General Motors days. So you could hear every single step going down, and then they go into the bathroom, use the bathroom, flush the toilet, never come back up. And that part kind of always sounds hilarious when I retell it. But I waited and waited, and there was never any sound, no one going anywhere else in the house. And believe me, you can hear it everywhere in the house. So I open the door, and I look across the way, and my brother is still in his bed. So I promptly closed the fucking door, and I was done with that shit. And the reason I'm bringing that up, too, is probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was talking to my older brother. And he was talking about incidents that happened, and it was that same exact incident. I was like, holy shit, that happened to me too. It's so weird because it's freaky, but then, like, they use the bathroom, which kind of makes it silly, but that literally is what happened. And I was wide awake. Like, I was not kind of half asleep or whatever, and it was in my teens. It's been a while since I've had anything like that happen, especially with shadow people. But that's my story. Thanks.